Day 78 of the second run of 100 Days Making Comics. I'm Ox, and this is how I tell you how I worked on my independent comic. I never forgot, for at least 30 minutes out of every day for 100 consecutive days, and this is my second run of that back-to-back. What have I been doing today is obviously getting issue 4 colored up. I now have the first two pages done, first spread, and I have cut out the coloring of the time lapses coloring issue 4. It was a fair amount to set up to get the shots, and I wouldn't be able to adjust the paper, like spin it around and work with it like that if I was still recording, and it just made it for a nuisance. So I got the first colored page time-lapsed, and I'll probably be putting that in one of these videos. But yeah, it was just too time-consuming setting up and trying to work around that. I think it's just going to be easier and smoother going without. It would be a nice thing to have, but maybe down the road when I get into things a little bit more. I've been watching a lot of Will Terry videos. Jake Parker, geez, I can't speak today. Jake Parker brought him up in his last video that he did for starting Inktober. He drew a plane and was talking about Will Terry's just put out his 6th video discussing what it took for him to go to, I want to say it was Salt Lake City Comic-Con, which is interesting, and I'm going to check those out. But I started looking at his videos, and there's so many videos that I wanted to watch. Going back about 2 years, I think he have his own separate playlist of videos that I'm chewing through. I think there were 31 yesterday, so I'm at least trying to knock out 1 or 2 a day for the entire run of October. I'll probably be listening to them while I do the Inktober sketch, which that is going swimmingly. I think tomorrow I'll show off my Inktober sketches. I'll do 1 a day for actually 22 days, so yeah, I can't do it in future tense, so I'll probably do maybe a couple a day until I'm caught up on those. That way I can show you what I'm working on at least. I am going to show you the preview of the pages that I've been working on, and that's probably going to be the last you'll see of issue 4, at least until it's completed. I might throw up the preview pages of the swimming scene, but we'll have to cross that bridge when we get there. One thing that I'm doing with this issue is I wasn't doing colored pencils. I was strictly coloring it Copic markers. I would do colored pencils on the preview pages for the next issue behind the original issue. One of Mark Crilly's most recent videos, where he did non-time-lapsed version, I think it was 4 parts of an illustration, and he used various markers and whatnot. He went from sketch to inking it to coloring it with Copics, and then a cleanup video. In the cleanup video, he actually used colored pencils to hit some better highlights and whatnot, and I saw that, and it didn't even occur to me to use colored pencils on the Copics to heighten the sense. And obviously Copics are $8 a marker, so it's hard to get them all. I have a pretty good collection right now. I think I'm probably, we'll say maybe 100. Nah, probably not that. Probably about 75 out of, I think there's like 350 or so. So it's something I'm working towards. but not looking to dive fully into. Obviously, there are a lot to get, and at $8 a marker, it's hard to justify getting those all the time. I'm kind of wading into the coloring right now because I know there's some ink refills that I need to get. I'm just trying to kind of figure out what colors those are so I can put in a good amount of order, just so I can fill the order out so I don't have to pay shipping. So kind of figuring out what markers need refills. I know my blacks are definitely going to be needing it as I go through the issue of 4, because I think those were the first ones I started refilling earlier this year, and I use a lot of them for shading and whatnot. So anyway, I think the preview pages are one of the smartest things I've ever done for this whole comic book. I was on the road trip the other day. I took my best friend, and he's a huge supporter of this endeavor, and I was telling him what has been going on, what I intend on going forward with it, and we were discussing different strategies and whatnot. So first off, you'll have to remember this because I'm just going to be showing you. So this is the first issue. This is the first spread. On this side, it starts with whatever the cover was for the last one. I'll show you the second issue in a second. Unfortunately, I don't have the third one yet because the proofs aren't here yet, but I will show you once that comes. So here are the preview pages. This is the I Never Forgot page. So I can put that as a placeholder. It's the next cover and then next issue of. So this is what I've been doing, and I do all the dialogue in colored pencil, and I color all the people in colored pencil. Makes it a little shoddy, but it's kind of the start of my experimental phase. Deciding on colors, different sound effects, ways I want to get a picture looking, and easily one of the best things. I'll show you why that's important right now. For the second issue of I Never Forgot, here is the... So again, here's issue 1. Here's the start of issue 2. The cover from the last one, and then it goes into that. I think with the colored pencils, I was able to obtain the color scheme that I'm looking for a little easier. I started experimenting and getting that look that I'm going for. So if I go back to the third issue, and the third issue, I was starting to do the preview pages a little better. I was using a little bit of Copics, and I realized that I really started needing to work with colored pencils and making them look a little less great. And the second one is great because I actually made a design choice in where this guy's shirt is blue. And this is the apocalypse, so not many people are going to go, or there aren't going to be any costume changes. So when a character shows up, it's basically what they're going to be wearing throughout. Just gives it a little easier to know who you're talking to and not having to deal with going through many design choices. So you see this next page, you see his shirt very prominent and his design. And when I was coloring the third issue, God, I wish I had it to show off. So when I was coloring the third issue, I got to his outfit and realized this blue hue, which obviously V is purple, a purple color scheme, and The Drifter is... Let me find him. He is wearing this black shirt, blue jeans, red shoes. So I was thinking I needed something to kind of vary that for this other character, and he seems like a very hostile character, and there are things that are going to radiate from this later. And when I did the preview pages, I made his shirt blue. Well, when I started coloring, I needed to change that and give him a more acceptable scheme, and I decided to change it to red, which worked so much better. It's like a darker red, and it just gives him this more of a presence that he's this protector and angry security detail kind of person. So yeah, I'm super psyched about that. I wish I had the proof here, obviously, to show you what I meant when I changed the colors, but we will revisit this when the proofs actually show up. So, going forward, this is the cover for 3. It's got this zombie with the flower in her hair, being held with a hand, obviously, behind this chain fence. So you might be asking, what does the first page of issue 4 look like? And let me show you. That is going to be the first page when you open it up. I'll go in a little closer so you can get a little greater detail. Pretty stoked about it. Looks awesome. It has this little real loose sketch style to it that I think is going to work really well. So I was talking to my friend, and he's only gotten the first 2 issues. Obviously 3 proofs haven't shown up and 3 hasn't been printed yet. He hasn't seen what 3 is going to be and how it's progressing, and even into 4. So he was telling me a few things that I could work on, and he was talking to me about how there's a lot of white space. And I've been talking about this on my blog as I put up the spreads. But obviously you can tell there's a lot of white space for the comic. And I somewhat covered my bases by saying that I didn't want these to be at a set indeterminate place. So with that white background, it kind of makes it seem like it could take place anywhere. There are things in the works to make that a little bit more designed. I think once that first issue gets animated by my friend that's doing it, I will revisit that and make that a little bit better. Oh, I can show you this. So here's the preview page of the first page of issue 2, and you can see how much it changes. Obviously filled in a little bit more with the sky and whatnot. So he was telling me that the white area needed to be fixed a little bit more. So this is the preview page that is going in the back of issue 4 for a preview of issue. It's going in the back of issue 3 for a preview of issue 4. And you have somewhat designed backgrounds, but you have a very rough, colored in design with those colored pencils. And this is what I just did today. You can see it's a little more stylized. It's got that blacked out, little more predominant shadows. You can see the brickwork there a little bit better. And it's got a little bit more of a background. So I've been working on the white space and whatnot, and I'll just put these side to side, and you can see just how much. Let's see if I can figure out how to do that. But so this is a preview page. This is what will be in issue 4. For the preview pages, I also separate the characters' dialogue by different colors, whereas in the book it's all black. So you can see just how much more design is going into those. Just from using the preview pages alone, it gives me a good jumping off point and letting me know where I should go with it. So yeah, that's what I'm working on right now, getting that colored up. First 2 pages are done. I'm hoping, it's about 7 o'clock, so I'm hoping I can get 2 more pages done tonight. I'm not going to push it, obviously, but I'm hoping to have at least 4 more done this weekend. So if I can't get 2 done today, hopefully I can get at least 3 done tomorrow. I think that'd be a good point. I'd have 6 done, 18 to go. If I could hit 3 a day, that'd be about 9 days. No, that'd be 6 days. And totally doable. So you'd have 2 next Saturday, and then I'd be done with it. Considering it's day 78, I think it's easy to push 22 days. I should have issue 4 at least completely colored. I'll be working on the sketch pages after that. Those might be a little bit more difficult. Obviously, I'll have to do the preview pages of issue 5 as well. I do have those sketched up, or roughed up at least, so I can get to those. I don't think I'm putting the preview pages into Comixology, so once I get done coloring 4, I can at least set that up and get those off to Comixology to have those start processing. And then I can really justify seeing what kind of timetable they're working with. So yeah, that's what's going on today. Working on coloring issue 4, and it's going well. I hope the weekend's treating you guys well. Yeah, everything's groovy on my world. I hope it's groovy in yours. So I'll check in with you for day 79 of the second run of 100 days tomorrow. Like I said, I hope you're having a great day. If you want to pick up first and second issues, you can check those out on my Big Cartel site. Links down below. They're also available on Comixology. Links down below. You can find me on social sites. Along with the regular covers, there are variants of 1 and 2 available. I can do sketches in those if you'd like. It's a little bit more money. Obviously, it takes a little time to do that. But you're buying directly from me. I'm shipping them directly to you as soon as possible. Yeah, check out the links below. Check out Will Terry's videos. He's a great guy for help with other artists. I hope you're doing Inktober. I'll show off some of those tomorrow. And yeah, keep rocking in the free world. Later.